Okay, and that's Sport Enjoy Weekend. Pamela, I'll see you next week.
Terrific. Thanks, Clint. Now to the weather with Irena, Ceranic.
Good evening. It was quite a muggy day in Perth with some showers too, but really only a sprinkle. Barely anything registered in the gauges. After a warm overnight low of 22.5 at 3:45, the city climbed to 28.2 at midday. Right now it's 23 degrees. It was a warm night right across the southern half, with most towns only dropping to the high teens or low 20s, and daytime temperatures ranged from 20 in Albany to 37 in Kalgoorlie. Once again, Warburton had the highest maximum in the state of 42 degrees, while Broome was the warmest overnight, only dipping to 30. Cloud associated with a broad trough has triggered showers and storms across northern and central parts of WA. The storms were severe in parts of the Wheatbelt and Goldfields, whipping up gusts of 80 kilometres per hour in Kalgoorlie this afternoon. Meanwhile, ex-tropical cyclone Claudia remains well offshore in the Indian Ocean, but clouds streaming out from the system brought showers to parts of the south, including Perth. There's a chance of showers and storms over northern and eastern parts of WA overnight and tomorrow, and an onshore flow could bring some falls to the south coast, but it'll be dry elsewhere as a ridge of high pressure builds to the south. Interstate tomorrow, downpours will continue in parts of New South Wales and Queensland. Brisbane could get up to 80 millimetres of rain. Sydney is expecting up to 25. There's a slight chance of a shower in Canberra and Darwin. Sunshine is forecast for Melbourne, but the sun will be obscured by smoke haze. A cool 18 degrees in Hobart, mostly sunny, and 27 in Adelaide. Back to WA, showers and thunderstorms in the Kimberley and inland parts of the Pilbara and Gascoyne, with maxima mainly ranging in the mid to high 30s. There's a chance of storms through the Goldfields once again, with a cool change in Kalgoorlie, a top of 28 there. A fairly mild day through central parts in general. There'll be some cloud about through the south, mostly over the south coast, where showers are possible. Daytime temperatures will hit the 20s everywhere except Albany, which is heading for a cool 19. A strong wind warning will be in place for the Perth local waters and the West Pilbara, Gascoyne, Geraldton, Lancelin, Perth and Bunbury Geograph coasts. Cloud clearing in Perth tomorrow with a top of 30 after a low of 18. Winds will be southeasterly, turning easterly in the evening, up to 35 kilometres per hour. Winds on the local waters could get up to 30 knots in the afternoon and evening, prompting the strong wind warning. The swell will be up to 1.5 metres. The sun will rise at 5:27 and set at 7:26. It'll be sunny for the rest of the weekend with fresh easterly winds on Sunday morning and a top of 30. Monday is looking like the hottest day of the outlook with 31, but much of next week will be mild. 25 the top on Tuesday and Wednesday, 26 on Thursday, and then bouncing back up to 30 by this time next week. Pamela.
Thanks, Irena. Nearly 4 million Australians have a disability, yet it's not often reflected on stage or screen. A group of artists, some with disabilities, is looking to change that with a groundbreaking theatre work.
Theatre soaring to dizzying heights. For audiences of all ages and abilities to enjoy. Paralympian Paul Nanari takes centre stage in this groundbreaking contemporary art piece with his impressive aerial acrobatics.
A lot of people don't know what to expect when I start climbing, so when I put my hand in a loop or my neck in a loop, like I really think it changes, I guess, people's perception of what I can do, and more importantly, what people with disability more broadly can do.
She conjured the clouds as playing at the Campbelltown Arts Centre as part of the Sydney Festival. It takes audiences on a journey of the senses, incorporating the taste of fairy floss, vibrations of the music and sign language to make for a more inclusive experience.
I love the idea of gesture and dance and the idea of communicating without language. You can actually communicate via the body in a very subtle way, and Auslan is a way of doing that.
Wiggles star Emma Watkins plays a young girl who meets magical creatures as she travels through a fairy tale world. She uses sign language throughout the piece.
It's been wonderful to be involved in this production because every single person in the cast and crew has a different background and different abilities and different experiences too. So we have people that have performed for many years, you know, on the stage.
She shares the stage with Hong Kong-born Elvin Lam, one of the few professional dancers in Australia who is deaf.
And I want the audience to not think of me as just deaf. I want them to look and think of me as a performer in general. Because Emma's with me as well. She can sign and she signs throughout the performance and she doesn't speak. So I feel like us together is quite a performance in itself.
Making accessibility part of their aesthetic. Lydia Feng, ABC News, Sydney.
And that's ABC News for now. I'll be back with you on Monday, but until then, have a great weekend. Good night.